There are two types of betrayal, the kind you never see coming, and the kind that arrives wearing white, holding a bouquet, smiling like she earned it. Rachel was my best friend. She held my hair when I threw up after my first breakup. She called my mom second mama. We had matching tattoos, hers on her ribs, mine on my wrist, so that even if we drifted, we'd always carry each other. And we did. Through college, through jobs, through men, including, apparently, the one I lived with for 2 years. His name doesn't matter now. Neither does the excuse. What matters is the text I got at 2:17 a.m., the night she got engaged. A photo of her hand diamond heavy and a caption that read, "You're going to plan it, right? No one knows me like you do." It took me 6 full minutes to realize she was serious, that she had no shame, no guilt, that she wanted me to stand by her after stealing the man I loved and make her look perfect doing it. And the worst part? I said yes, not because I forgave her, not because I wanted closure, but because I knew something she didn't. The person who plans the wedding controls everything. Rachel and I met when we were 12, bonded over a shared hatred of volleyball and a mutual obsession with Avril Lavigne. We were inseparable after that. Every major moment of my adolescence had her name on it. First concert, Rachel was there. First heartbreak, she slept in my bed for 3 nights straight. First apartment, we signed the lease together. Split the rent, split the Wi-Fi, even shared shampoo. And we made a promise. No lying, no stealing, no boys between us. We used to laugh at those high school friendship vows. But we kept them. Or at least, I did. When I met Nathan, she was the first to approve. Said he was grounded. Said I finally picked someone who didn't look like a walking red flag. He wasn't flashy, just kind, thoughtful. The kind of man who remembered how I liked my tea, who texted, "Home safe," every time I stayed out late. The first time he met Rachel, they hit it off immediately, too easily. But I didn't think anything of it. Why would I? She was Rachel, my person, the keeper of my secrets, the one who'd held my hand after that terrible health scare, the one who cried when I got the job she also applied for. So when things started feeling off, I blamed myself. Nathan became distant, short-tempered, always tired. Rachel suddenly had excuses every time we were supposed to hang out. Brunch ran long. Sorry, helping a friend move. I'm just in a weird headspace lately. I started spiraling quietly. I thought maybe they were each stressed separately. I told myself not to be the jealous girlfriend or the insecure bestie. I even confided in Rachel. "I feel like he's slipping away," I said once, voice cracking. She touched my hand, eyes wide with faux empathy. "You're just in your head again. He loves you. I love you. Don't overthink this." 2 weeks later, I found the messages. Not even well hidden, his laptop was open on the couch. A Facebook tab, a thread labeled Rach. I clicked, scrolled. My blood went cold. Screenshots of my texts, private jokes between them, plans made behind my back, photos I'd never taken, messages like, "She's so clueless, lol. Do you ever feel guilty? Only when she talks about the future." And the worst one, at the very top, "You think she'll do the wedding, why?" That night, I packed a bag and left. No explanation, no confrontation. I didn't scream, didn't cry. I went quiet, the kind of quiet you don't come back from. And 5 months later, Rachel got engaged to Nathan. She posted it like it was redemption, like she deserved happiness, like the world should celebrate her. And in her warped little head, the most logical thing to do was ask me to plan it. Maybe she thought I was weak, that I'd fold, that I'd help her pick the flowers and fix her veil and zip her into the white dress she stole off my future. So I said yes. I smiled. I asked for dates, colors, mood boards, and I started planning. Because sometimes the best way to burn someone down is to hand them the match yourself. Rachel's texts came in daily after I agreed to plan the wedding. Thinking gold accents? Can we do open bar and signature cocktails? OMG, I saw this rustic arch, I love you. You're gonna die. She sent Pinterest boards, TikTok links, screenshots of other people's weddings with notes like, "Not exactly this vibe, but you get it, right?" Like nothing had happened, like she hadn't detonated my life and expected me to help sweep up the glitter. I played along, smiled through texts, suggested venues I knew were booked, pretended to forget call times for vendors until she scrambled to reschedule herself. It was death by inconvenience, small, infuriating disruptions, enough to shake her peace, not enough to lose her trust. And she trusted me. God, did she trust me? She bragged to everyone, her mom, her future in-laws, old friends from high school, that her best friend was planning the wedding. "She just knows me," Rachel would say. And I did. I knew she didn't like gardenias because they reminded her of her dad's funeral, so I filled her bouquet order with them. I knew she hated standing uneven, so I made sure the altar stage sloped ever so slightly. I knew she got stomach cramps from artificial vanilla, so guess what flavor I accidentally ordered for the entire cake? Still, the worst part wasn't her delusion. It was how the people around us played along. No one called her out. Not Nathan, not her mom, not our mutual friends. If anything, I became the bigger person, a martyr in the eyes of the crowd. Wow, you're amazing for doing this. She's lucky to have you. It's so grown-up of you to let the past go. I wasn't letting anything go. I was collecting it. Every call, every passive-aggressive request, every time she told me I was a natural at this. I saved. I documented. I screen recorded. I built a timeline. Because I had a bigger plan than ruined flowers and bad frosting. I didn't want her to just feel uncomfortable. I wanted her to be exposed. But first, I needed to isolate her the way she'd done to me. So I played perfect. Loyal. Unshakable. I helped her pick out a dress ivory, lace-backed, gorgeous. I gushed over her, save the dates. I fake cried when she sent me her vows. You're so brave, I told her. And she believed me. Because people like Rachel always believe they're the victim, always believe they've earned everything they took. And they never notice when someone's standing behind them, holding the rug they're about to pull. The secret to revenge isn't rage, it's logistics. While Rachel was shopping for table runners, I was charting the order of events, not the ceremony, but the collapse. Step 1, the guest list. She'd given me access to every email, every address. She wanted a tight, meaningful crowd. I sent out real invitations to most, but not all. I cut Nathan's college roommate, the one he secretly cheated with once, according to a tipsy confession Rachel made years ago. I sent her 2 invites. To be safe. Step 2, the slideshow. Rachel wanted a love story video, a montage of their relationship set to an acoustic version of Can't Help Falling in Love. She gave me her favorite photos, but I had access to more, airdropped from her phone over years of being besties. Photos I'd taken of her texting him while I still wore his hoodie. Screenshots, hidden folder files from his shared drive. Proof, I embedded one of them, a blurry mirror selfie of the 2 of them, timestamped 2 months before our breakup. It would flash for less than a second, but it would be enough. Step 3, the officiant. Rachel wanted her cousin Brian, a TikTok pastor who barely finished high school and once cried during a Zumba class. I reached out instead to his ex-boyfriend. Fed him every lie Rachel ever told about their family. He was more than happy to leak a few DMs to the wrong inboxes. 3 days before the wedding, Brian dropped out. Rachel panicked. I offered a solution. A local officiant? Sweet older woman. Totally legitimate. What I didn't mention was she specialized in radical honesty ceremonies, asking couples unscripted questions during vows. Rachel agreed. She didn't Google her. Of course she didn't, because she trusted me. On the surface, I was killing it. The centerpieces were flawless. The timeline? Punctual. The dress steamed. The playlist perfect. She hugged me the night before the wedding, misty-eyed. I wouldn't be here without you. She was right. She wouldn't. And tomorrow, the truth would be standing at the altar with her in every detail she didn't question, every name she forgot to verify, every assumption she made about loyalty. Because revenge isn't fire, it's ice. And I was about to serve it cold, in front of 120 guests, a rented drone camera, and an open bar. The wedding day was flawless. Blue skies. Perfect lighting. Guests arriving on time, champagne in hand. Rachel floated through the venue like she'd just descended from a Pinterest mood board, hair curled, veil catching the breeze, smile wide enough to crack the sky. She was glowing. I led her. The ceremony was set on a bluff white chairs, rose petals down the aisle, string quartet playing a slow version of Lover. I gave her everything she wanted, especially the part she didn't ask for. When the officiant, the one I personally arranged after Brian, unfortunately had to cancel, stood before them, the wind picked up slightly. Enough for drama, enough for memory. She began. Rachel and Nathan held hands, practiced, posed. Then came the part I'd been waiting for. The officiant smiled and said, "Before we continue, I'd like to ask a simple question. It's one I ask every couple. Off script, a little honesty before forever." Rachel blinked. Nathan looked confused. "Rachel," the officiant said sweetly, "have you ever, even once, regretted the way your relationship began?" Silence. Guests shifted in their seats. Rachel glanced at me. I smiled. She chuckled nervously. No, of course not." The officiant turned to Nathan. "And you?" He cleared his throat. "No, I mean, we've had our share of bumps, but we're here now. I could see it the tiniest crack, his voice rising a little, Rachel squeezing his hand too tightly. The officiant continued. And do you both believe that honesty, even when uncomfortable, is better than silence? They nodded in unison. Wonderful, she said. Then let's look back. We've prepared a short video montage, their journey in love. The slideshow began. Soft music, photos of beach trips, picnic selfies, notes written in lipstick, engagement pictures, laughter, memories, a curated highlight reel until it wasn't. One image, a flash, a bathroom mirror, two shadows, Rachel in a tank top, Nathan shirtless, my necklace on his neck, date stamped, 4 months before my breakup. The photo vanished in under a second, but I saw it. Rachel saw it. Nathan froze. Gas rippled like wind through wheat. One aunt leaned forward. Someone in the back whispered, "Wait." Rachel's face twisted. Nathan turned to her. "You said you deleted that." "I thought I did." "You swore." "I didn't put it in there." They forgot the guests, forgot the officiant, forgot me. She turned to me finally. "You planned this." I didn't blink, didn't speak. I let the silence answer for me. She stormed down the aisle, veil whipping behind her like a flag of surrender. Nathan followed, half-hearted, face pale. The guests didn't know what to do, clap, gasp, drink, so I raised my glass and toasted to the bride and betrayal. They didn't get married. Rachel tried to spin it. Of course, claimed it was postponed for family reasons. Her Instagram went private. Her story slowed. Her captions became sadder. The followers noticed. Nathan moved out of her condo a week later. A friend of a friend said he's living with his brother now, working nights, off social media. They both reached out. Rachel first, a wall of text that started with, "I don't know what you think you saw," and ended with, "But you always loved drama more than peace." I didn't reply. Nathan texted once. "Was that your plan all along?" No punctuation, no apology. I blocked them both, not out of anger, out of closure. Because the truth is, I wasn't trying to ruin their lives. I just wanted them to look at what they built and realize it was on bones. For the first time in a long time, I breathed without clenching my jaw. I sat in silence and didn't fill it with, maybe I was overreacting. I stopped performing forgiveness for people who never earned it. I got a new job, one state over, new place, new playlist. I didn't bring the necklace, but I did bring the wedding binder, not out of spite, but to remind myself of what happens when you give unworthy people the benefit of the doubt too many times. It now sits on a shelf labeled, "Case closed." The tattoo on my wrist? Still there. Rachel's matching one? She had it lasered off. The scar, I hear, is faint but permanent. Appropriate. Now, when someone asks me if I believe in forgiveness, I say yes, but only for the people who confess. For the ones who build altars out of lies, I offer silence. And silence, when delivered properly, is louder than any "I told you so."